A referee tonight comes from Hungary, Lajos Nemeth, with 2 Hungarian linesmen. And at the moment, Nigel Spink's goal covered in smoke.
Yes, amazing that, Brian. I think Nigel thinks that it's probably got very foggy all of a sudden. There's certainly a couple of big fluorescent flares on the pitch. Let's hope that's the closest they get to lighting up that goal tonight.
Well, let's hope so. There are a few spare seats behind that goal. There's Klinsmann. The Italian fans are in fact behind that goal where the smoke's been coming from. Aston Villa allowed them something like 3,000 seats there, but the Italians have brought only about 150 supporters with them, plus a few Anglo-Italians. There's Lothar Matthäus. And so it's the Italians at that end of the field. And Inter Milan in white shirts, black shorts. They changed from their famous blue and black stripes. Still waiting for that smoke to clear. 5 substitutes, of course, on each side. And 2 can play, of course, from the nominated 5. Here are the subs. Interesting name, the number 13 for Inter Milan, Baresi. That's Giuseppe Baresi, the elder brother of Italy's famous sweeper, Franco Baresi. Giuseppe's always played for Inter Milan. His brother, of course, is just across the city, playing in the same stadium, of course, with AC Milan.
I think what will be interesting tonight, Brian, is to see whether Inter Milan, the boys, come out to play.
Well, here's one who certainly can, Andy Bremer, who scored the winner in the World Cup final from the penalty spot. A fabulous night in prospect here in Villa Park, as Villa get another European adventure underway. First priority for Villa, of course, they must not concede a goal tonight. If they do, remember, away goals count double. If the aggregate's level, then the tie will be running fast away from them. Second priority, of course, is to find a way past the organisation and the tackles, the skill and the style of Inter Milan, to snatch a goal or two themselves to take as an insurance to the second leg a fortnight tonight in Milan. Foul on Matthäus by Gordon Cowans. Also well versed in Italian football. Gordon, of course, had 3 seasons at Bari. This is Pizzi. Well, stopped again by a challenge from David Platt. Only Cascarino up at the moment for Aston Villa. This is Aldo Sereno, and a goal kick. Sereno claims that was a corner, and I must say, from this angle, it looked very much as though it was. But a goal kick being given by the Hungarian referee, and Nigel Platt. Nigel Spink, rather, with the goal kick. Spink and Cowans, the 2 survivors from the Aston Villa victory in the European Cup final back in 1982. Bremer. Very for Barastini, but it comes through to the skipper Bergomi. Here's Ferry. Hit forward there by Berti. And the ball just beating Berti to the byline. Berti continues into the seats. He's a real outgoing young man. And Italy certainly did look a better side in the World Cup when he was in it.
That was certainly a great run by Berti and a great ball, which looks to me as though they have decided to come out to play in the dot attacking game so far.
It's Cowans. Faced by Klinsmann. Finds Platt in a bit of space. Cascarino up front. Throw to Villa. Will be taken by Chris Price. Platt chased and tackled well there by Bremer. Good timing with his challenge, but another throw to Aston Villa. Chris Price with it. Daly. They're really worried about the pace of Daly. It was Ferry who went with him then. Another throw for Villa. minutes. That comes through to Stuart Gray. Bergamy's clearance. Villa keeping the pressure, the fans getting behind them. Gray towards Cascarino. Back to Walter Zenga. Had a muscle injury and missed last Sunday's game, did Zenga. And the feeling is that he might not be 100% fit. Spraying it wide for Bremer. Serena. Bremer. He said so much about Inter Milan. Let's for a moment underestimate the power and the potential of Villa. But they know they really have to be at their best tonight and nothing else will do. Gray. Bergamy. Cascarino. Gets it back again. Tries again to get it through for Gray, who'd gone on ahead of him. Villa's throw. Cowans with it. Gray who takes it in the air. Now for Cowans. Back to Kent Nielsen. The ball for Bremer, with some space for him in which to work the ball. Then gives it straight to Cowans. Stern challenge there by Cascarino on Bremer. Serena coming to remonstrate with the Hungarian referee. It looked a rash challenge. It was just a shake of the head there by Bremer. And a free kick quite properly given to Inter Milan.
Yeah, I think it was a fair chance that he would get up out of that one.
Too far even for the pace of Klinsmann. Italian Juventus manager behind the boots there is Giovanni Trapattoni. Probably Italy's most successful coach. He's won 7 titles, 6 of them with Juventus, 1 with Inter Milan. And he's won all 3 European trophies with Juventus as well. And no side he's ever managed has ever finished lower than 7th in the Italian league. Fantastic record.
He also weren't a bad player, Brian, either.
No, we'll come to that in a moment, James. Kent Nielsen getting it back to Nigel Spink. Cowans. This is young Andy Comyn, just over a year ago, playing in the Beezer Homes League with Alvechurch. Here he is again, in because Paul McGrath is still suffering with the knee. Told me this morning, Paul, that he's aiming certainly to be available for the second leg. That's Battistini. Up to Klinsmann. Touch now there for Bergamy, suddenly popping up. Scored at the weekend, Bergamy. That doesn't often happen. Sereno again trying to get Pizzi in. Back to Nigel Spink. You've seen Trapattoni, and there's Dr. Josef Vengloš on the left of the picture, the new manager of Aston Villa from Czechoslovakia. Birch. Played up towards David Platt. That's a free kick to Villa. And Villa must hope for a little bit from these set pieces. Nobody delivers a more accurate ball from this sort of position than Gordon Cowans. And the big men have come forward. Nielsen's up there. Cascarino, another 6-footer, obviously in there. Derek Mountfield's up there as well. Such an accurate taker of free kicks and corners is Cowans, and there he is, floating another one in there towards Platt, but Bergamy read that well for Inter Milan. 8 minutes of the game gone, still 0-0 here in the UEFA Cup at Villa Park. A really vibrant Villa Park tonight between Aston Villa and Inter Milan. And here's Battistini. Berti, Almost caught in possession there by Cowens. Battistini to Bremer. Ferry. Bergami. This is Stringara. Mateus. Well, can't get a touch at the moment. Battistini again. Towards Serena. Cut out nicely by Mountfield. Kept his nerve well there. So did Gray. Finding Paul Birch. Now we need Birch to set him alight. Finds Cowens. Now Daly with the pace on the far side. The Villa fans hold their breath now. It's crossed in by him, and down goes Zenger. Not the best of crosses by Tony Daly. It's a real buzz every time the number 7 gets the ball, though.
Very good move, though. Brian started in Villa's half, well worked. Just a pity it wasn't finished off as good.
Stringara now for Inter Milan. Serena. Coming after him. Johnston did well. But they still found Mateus. Stringara. Black coming back quickly. No foul, says the Hungarian referee. Stringara unhappy with the challenge by Stuart Gray. Most important and prestigious game, I suppose, that Villa have played since that 1982 European final against Bayern Munich, which they won with a Peter With goal. There is header away. Daly. Running into Bertie, gets it back again. Birch. Cowens. Hit low this time, straight to Mateus. Gets it up to his fellow countryman, Jürgen Klinsmann. Klinsmann brought down, though, by Nielsen, and a free kick. For all the power of Inter Milan, Stuart Gray, the number 3 of Villa, saying to me this morning, teams don't win on paper, they still have to perform. And it was an interesting comment that Josef Venglos made this week in the newspapers. When English teams are accustomed to meeting Liverpool, he said, they do not have to be overawed playing Inter Milan. But it's a mighty prospect that is facing Villa tonight. A misunderstanding there between Stringara and Bergami. Gray playing it in now for Birch. Here's Cowens. Villa were looking for him to mastermind this midfield for them tonight. Tony Daly now. Chris Price outside him. Daly once again. Back for Nielsen. In for Birch. In for Cowens. Hit towards Platt. Daly gets possession, turns well. Here's Platt again for Villa. Cascarino waiting in the middle. Still with David Platt. Shot wide of the Inter Milan goal, a goal kick. Played against the West Germans, of course, in the semi-final of the World Cup. Played against Italy before, so they certainly know plenty about him in this Inter Milan side. Played in the 3rd and 4th place match as well, but pulling that well wide of the Inter goal. As we saw at the start of the programme, scored that stunning header against Walter Zenger in that 3rd and 4th place match in Barry. 12 minutes gone. No score here at Villa Park. Up to Platt again. Got a bit of purchase on that header. Really fighting hard, Villa. Crisp with their challenges. Outfield. Gray. Space is there, you may as well make use of it. There's the cross coming in, but Zenger gathers it quite spectacularly in the air. Conceded only 15 goals in 43 internationals, Walter Zenger. I mean, that's an absolutely fabulous rate. Beaten only twice in the World Cup, once by Platt, a header, and once by Caniggia of Argentina in the semi-final, also a header. Price being chased. by Pizzi. A free kick for Villa for the foul by Pizzi. A sporting handshake between him and Price. Come in. And he come in again. Physics degree at Birmingham University. Once he got that, he turned his attention to professional football. The young Villa number 4. Foul by Bremer on Daly. Villa's free kick. The cue again for Cowans. Nielsen's up again, the big Dane. Cascarino. The delivery looks good. Just flicked off the top of Cascarino's head. It looked to me as though it did, but the referee's given a throw to Villa. Paul Birch. Another throw to Villa. Coming up to the quarter of an hour mark. Cowans. Gets it through to David Platt. Trying to turn Bergamy. Tried a shot, but Bergamy was wise to it. Birch now trying to get Cascarino in. Nielsen, a terrific shot! A fabulous goal for Villa! Ken Nielsen! A terrific shot, and just the start Villa wanted. An amazing goal in his first of the season. What a terrific shot. There was no stopping that one.
Well, it's what Villa needed. There'd been no penetration up until now, and even now there wasn't, but what a great shot. And Zenga was left without any chance at all.
Platt had it charged away.
He did. It was well teed up then.
Birch then. Cascarino played a great part here. And look at that. What a sight for sore Villa eyes there. Villa leading into Milan by a goal to 0. Kent Nielsen with that mighty shot.
That would have caught the Italians a little bit by surprise as well, because I don't think they would have expected anyone to score from 25 yards against them.
Downfield. Now they've got to stay firm at the back, Villa. Bergamy. Berti. Battistini. Cascarino's after him. Still Battistini. Birch just stuck out a foot. It falls only for Berti. Now Mateus. It came off Paul Birch. Mateus claimed a handball. I think it probably did come off his elbow. It was certainly not intentional, though. Here's Birch again. Away goes Daly in a bit of space. And a goal kick. Well, it's a great blow that for Aston Villa, but it's not been such good news elsewhere, because Glasgow Rangers beaten 3-0 by Red Star of Belgrade in Belgrade this afternoon in the European Cup. But it's a jubilant night so far here at Villa Park. Zenga beaten to the wide by that long-range shot from Kent Nielsen. Gray. Played in by Pizzi. Klinsmann annoyed with that ball from Pizzi.
Yeah, well, that's what we want to see. We want to see them get annoyed. Get annoyed with each other, let them start arguing and fighting.
Cascarino won it in the air. Took that nicely on his chest. Here's Cascarino. Platt's up ahead of him. Still Cascarino. Stopped at the end, but only as far as Daly. Daly's shot charged down. And Perry seeking to bring a bit of order to a rocking Milan defence there just for a moment. Klinsmann, very deep. Mateus. Perry.
Cowans is doing a lot of great work for Villa in the middle. He's up and back.
Well, here he is again, this time finding Birch. It's the first real big European night for young Paul Birch. Cascarino with a header. Birch has been here for quite a few seasons. Birch with Cowans in that midfield is getting through an awful lot of work. Nielsen, the scorer. Still a touch by Cowans. Platt takes it on board. Gray. Towards Cascarino. And Zenger's safe catch. Battistini. Bremer. Battistini. Bit of space. Looks for Klinsmann. Klinsmann has got away from his man this time. It was Nielsen, but Nielsen getting back. Helped out by Birch. A foul on David Platt by Pizzi. Villa's kick. Jake Mountfield already won a European Winners' Medal in the Cup Winners' Cup for Everton back in 1985. Up goes Cascarino. This time Bergamy got the important header. It's Nielsen. Cowans. Mateus closing on him, and Mountfield did well there. He's played a bit short to him. Springala giving it away. Birch now to Gray, exploiting this space. There's a long cross coming towards Cascarino. Bremer. Up to Mateus. They've got to watch these surging runs through the midfield from Lothar Mateus. That's unlike him. Villa, of course, who beat Spanik Ostrava of Czechoslovakia. And away comes Daly. Bergamy is lost. And the flag goes way up. No, it's... Obviously, there was a foul on Bergamy. Presumably that was it.
It's an interesting one. There wasn't a great deal in it. I think it was 6 of being pushed and half a dozen of falling over on Bergamy's part. Could be deemed to be a bit unlucky there, Tony Daly, but they're definitely making a lot of inroads down this left-hand side.
It's Berti. And now Bergamy. Rice. Birch. Cowans. Platt. Cascarino up ahead of him. Daly. Well, found Birch. Space on this side if he wants to use it. Now he does. Oh. Clumsy pass there. Lost his concentration for a moment. The throw goes to Inter Milan, who lies second in the Italian First Division with Sampdoria, 1 point behind AC Milan. Berti now for Inter. Cross there towards Serena. Great save. Thought that was just going to slip inside. They reckon Serena probably is the best header of a ball in Italian football, and it's Berti's cross.
Didn't quite get hold of it, did he, Brian?
Even so, Spink had to cover a bit of ground.
Good save, though, by our Nigel.
Cascarino winning a fair percentage of balls in the air for Villa tonight. This is Pizzi to Bremer. Stringala. Berti. Serena. In goes Price. Bremer. Bit of pressure here from Inter Milan. Pizzi's cross. Klinsmann. Oh, a terrible miss. They might well regret that one. And Villa will be looking amongst themselves in defence.
Certainly not one of Jurgen's best, this, is it? Ball comes across, it looks as though he's got it teed up for a good chance, which he has. That was a bad miss kick.
And Villa are grateful for it.
Absolutely.
It was Nielsen who went down and lost his man. Stringara gets it back to Zenger. 23 minutes gone. Aston Villa leading by a goal to nil. Kent Nielsen, the scorer.
The old bench looking a bit worried there.
Rice with a throw. Daly giving it away to Mateus. A dangerous thing to do. Any part of the field. Stringara. Gray tracking him. Crossing again. Flicked off the player though, off the Villa player. Platt, full of confidence, gets it back to Lajos.
Villa are getting back very well behind the ball. Every time it breaks down, there's 9 of them back there, and they're defending better than the Italians, in fact. I think going forward, if Villa can concentrate on getting it down this left-hand side, they can do a lot of damage. With Stuart Gray.
Klinsmann. Chased by Nielsen. It's straight at Cowens. Away comes a little fighter, Paul Birch. Mascherino right back there. You're right, Jimmy, they are defending well, and it's so important they keep their discipline and concentration 100%. They let it slip for a moment, they'll be so severely punished. In the meantime, it's David Platt. Taking him on, but Zenger gets there, but he was worried. Platt put his foot on the accelerator there and was almost through. 25 minutes gone.
It's David Platt there. Actually, he came out very well for this, Zenger. Didn't have a lot of time to get out there. He was very quick.
Stringara now, as Milan come out more and more. Long range shot by him! And just wide of the goal. Spink didn't need to get a touch.
Actually, it was a good shot, this. It couldn't have missed the post by very much. In fact, it didn't, did it? But they don't count if you miss them.
I told you about Rangers losing 3-0 in Belgrade. But Heart of Midlothian have restored the balance. They are 3 up against Bologna. Which is very good news for Joe Jordan. Well, Villa leading 1-0 here. Bergamy for Inter Milan. They are in the white shirts. Kent Nielsen, the scorer for Aston Villa. A raking drive from all of 25 yards. Kramer's throw. Perry. Mateus. Bergamy. An Inter Milan throw, possibly even a free kick. The linesman was indicating a throw, but referee might well have given a free kick for the foul by Mountfield on Stringara.
It is a foul on Stringara. What's interesting is we haven't actually seen an Italian go by a Villa player yet. They haven't shown that sort of skill.
Mateus. Now Stringara with the shots. Argument between Stringara and Berti. Berti, in fact, was in a very good position inside the box, and a little ball to him from Stringara might have brought quite rich dividends. Mascherino versus Bergamy. Birch. Bergamy. Berti was back on his heels there. Platt got the challenge. Berti. In 4 of Italy's 7 World Cup games this last summer. The man who played in all of them. Bergamy Serena. Ball in the air, won by Andy Cumming. Daly's made a good move inside. Day receipts here at Villa Park tonight, around £300,000, a record for Aston Villa. If you take their TV money and their advertising and so on, I suppose the take really on the night won't be far short of £750,000. Well, the Villa fans getting good value for the money at the moment.
Lord, no wonder deadly Doug Ellis invited us in for tea into his boardroom, Brian. £750,000.
Well, let's see what his Villa team can do here. They through for Pizzi. Good clearance though by Mountfield. Back up to Daly. Now will Daly take on Bergamy? Notice how quickly Mateus got back still with Tony Daly. Good save by Zenger. And it needed to be. Well, that was terrific play by Tony Daly. Not only did he fool Bergamy, but he held off Mateus.
Well, he took 3 players on.
And that's a real challenge.
It is a real challenge, and he succeeded. And actually brought out a great save from Zenger. It was a great save. Zenger's kept them in the game here. So it's a corner which Hounds will take, their first of the game, and Milan probably have done their homework. They'll know just what a good corner he delivers. Well, they had, because they were all around Nielsen at that near post. Rice with a header. Come Birch. Looked up, saw Gray was available behind him. So, Stuart Gray. Towards Cascarino, but Ferry headed that away. And whether his back has gone, but he quickly held his back there, and I think Ferry's in a bit of pain. Might be Nielsen's ball. No, Mateus got there first, but Nielsen's tackle was well timed. Daly, that was badly timed. That's a free kick for Villa by Bremer on Daly. Half an hour gone, and so far so good for Aston Villa. Daly's certainly got him a little bit flustered. Bremer's whacked him twice. Ferry's holding his back where he turned him inside out.
Mountfield with the kick, high towards Cascarino. Centre forward who hates wearing a number 9 shirt. He's doing well enough for Villa in number 11. Here is the number 9, Paul Birch. Gray, flat, lovely dummy, but wasn't entirely bought there by Battistini. In fact, the Italians get a free kick. Venglos, a real canny manager. Czech national side, he's managed in Portugal as well, a former player with Slovan Bratislava. And Mountfield gets it back to Nigel Spink. Actually, it was lovely watching you talk to him before the game, Jimmy. You played against him, Slovan Bratislava, when you were at Tottenham back in 1963.
Yes, old Joe Venglos there. And he must have had a good game, Brian, because I didn't get a kick.
Well, he had great admiration, he was telling me last night, for the Spurs side, and then rattled off the Spurs side of that time. You know, Brown, Baker,
that's right.
Henry, Blanchflower.
Well, they beat us 2-0 over there, and we beat them 6-0 in the second leg, so we went through. It was nice to see, Joe.
Well, here's Berti for Inter Milan. Battistini to Bremer. Serena. Little touch there by Stringara, but Klinsmann hustled out of it again by Nielsen. Bremer. David Platt right back there. To Gray. Platt going forward. Cascarino already up there, but control deserted him there. Berti playing it short and simply to Pizzi. Back it comes again to Mateus, who hasn't had quite the influence through the midfield yet that he had so often for the West Germans in the World Cup. Berti. Here's Mateus again. Battistini. Berti. Makes good breaks from the midfield. Villa must be wary of this, and they get a free kick with a foul by Platt on Bertie. Villa have pulled everybody except Cascarino back. Mateus, Stringara, Bremer, Pizzi behind this. So it might be a short ball for Bremer to hit onto that famous left foot of his head, and Chris Price attacking the ball well to get it away. Pizzi crossing it in once more towards Bertie over them all, and it'll be a throw to Aston Villa. 34 minutes of the game gone. Former Aston Villa manager Graham Taylor with us tonight. So far so good, Graham.
Yeah, very good, Brian. The Villa boys have done extremely well. They've got a good pace to their game. Now they should have enough experience and enough know-how not to go and chase it stupidly. They get the people in behind the ball. They've got the pace of Daly up front. He'll always be able to create something for them, as long as they keep the pace of the game to suit themselves and keep working at the jobs that obviously have been given them. They've done very well.
Well, there's certainly pace there from David Platt, but sadly for Villa, there was a foul at the end of it. Thank you, Graham. And it's a free kick for Inter Milan. Pizzi. Out to Daly. Going to have a run at Bremer again. Bremer just stopped him that time. Pizzi was supporting him. 10 minutes to go to the interval now. Serena. To Ferry. Here's Bergami. Agostini. Bertie. Mateus. Berry. Good run here by Stringara. Kept it in just for Mountfield to make the clearance. The little touch by Platt, played forward again by Daly.
I think the Italians have been a little bit disappointing tonight so far. They haven't actually taken anybody on and beaten them with close skills, but then that could be credit to Villa's defence, and in fact the whole of the Villa players, because they are getting back well and they are playing the Italians at their own game. This might have rifled them a little bit. Certainly the goal, I think, has done no favours to Inter Milan. They don't look as though they're capable of pulling it back at the moment.
Serena. Bertie. Agostini. Bergami again. It in for Serena. Lovely touch by him. Bertie on the break again. Cowans going with him. Terrific bit of play there by Gordon Cowans as Inter Milan win their corner. That could have been really dangerous. Bertie is so devastating on those breaks from the midfield.
It was good, slow, patient build-up, and Bertie, as you say, made another great run, and he looks to be the man most likely.
It's such good work by Cowans in defence. Here's the corner, a deep, deep one. Will get it away, but only as far as Pizzi. Bremer. Long-range shot, just over. The Italian flags behind that goal were flapping for a moment there. Dipped a little bit and just cleared the bar. A good effort there by Andy Bremer.
He certainly whacked it. Nigel had it coming.
I'll tell you what you would remember, Jim, from your days of playing in Italy and so on, and certainly the great Inter Milan sides of the past used to stifle the life out of a game. Even when they went one down, they just lock up the shop and make sure there wasn't another one. But this one, I must say, is now coming out and looking for a goal themselves.
They are indeed. Well, I think they feel that they've probably got to, because I don't think they're that sure at the back as to whether or not Villa might score again. So they've got to try and get one back. I think their best way of playing this game is to come out and play.
Bergami, Cowans, Nice little stepped pass there for Tony Daly. Here's Chris Price. Andy Comyn. Don't take any chances. That's it, back for Nigel Spink.
But it must be said, Villa are playing it absolutely spot on the ball at the moment.
That's unbeaten at home this season, Villa. And it would be a very good night to keep that run going. They have played well. Although, as you say, you might be a little disappointed with Inter Milan. Maybe that's down to a large extent to the excellent way that Villa are playing.
Well, I'd like to be 5-0 disappointed to Inter Milan, to be honest.
Up to Cascarino. Raymer prevented it getting through to Daly. Aristini to Mateus. They'll be looking for more influence from this man. 6 minutes of the first half left. Spingara pulled to the ground by Stuart Gray. It was a foul, and it will be a free kick. And the Hungarian referee giving Stuart Gray quite a stern warning there.
It was a good ball by Mateus, and it's the first time he's actually had a bit of room. Paul Birch has marked him brilliantly tonight.
Here's Pizzi. This could be a danger. That's equal to it. The slightest error there by Nigel Spink, and both Serena and Berti were there for any ball that was loose. Cowans trying to get Daly away. Perry gets it back to Walter Zenger. Still suffering with that back injury. He went for a header about 5 minutes ago. Pulled a little muscle somewhere in the back. In the meantime, it's Nicola Berti. To Serena. Aristini. Birch. Cascarino. Birch again. There's Gray. That's Cowans. Downfield. To the interval. Important that Villa hold firm and steady through these 4 minutes up to half-time.
There's a perfect example of Matthias being marked out of the game there. He's had to go back onto the edge of his box virtually to get a touch of the ball.
Come in. Nasty smack in the head there from Serena. Certain sympathy actually with Serena, because Andy Comyn was ducking a little low for that header. To Villa. Cowans getting it forward to Cascarino. Here's Price. Daly. Nielsen. Perry cutting it out before it gets to Cascarino. Mateus. Here's Daly on this side of the field, the slip, and the ball goes out for a throw to Inter. Yes. Pizzi. There's Berti on another of these runs. Got to check those. Raymer tossing in a good long cross there. Comyn getting it away. For the throw.
Yes, certainly Bertie's been the danger, and it's very difficult to check runs from a midfield when a player's determined to get into the box.
Raymer's throw. Long one, but Price went for it. Goal kicked it.
It's somebody's got to go with him from midfield, and it's not always an easy thing to do. And it's a quality that certain midfield players have. They can get up there and get themselves into dangerous positions. Bertie's certainly that type of player.
Good jump again by Cascarino. Glided it on nicely this time for Daly. Here's Price. Back for Cowans. Good decision, referee. That was a dive by Bertie and a shot by Price. Some play acting there by the Italian number 4. Didn't fool the referee. Price took advantage of it. Run into the box.
Good shot. Oh, Walt's having a busy evening, isn't he?
I think it was a good save there, actually, because it looked to me from that shot as though it was slightly deflected off a defender before it got to him. Bergami. Teus. And away goes Stringada. He's got nobody up there, and, well, did he run into Mountfield, or was Mountfield blocking his way?
I think that was definitely a professional footballer's foul on behalf of our Italian friend. He ran straight into Derek Mountfield. Mountfield had no choice, no chance of getting away.
Well, it's won a free kick for Inter Milan on the spot of half-time, and this could be problems. Just outside the box, Mateus is there. Bremer with that famous left foot of his. There he goes. Cannoned off Mountfield, who conceded in the first place. Mateus getting to that byline. Stopped beautifully there by Stuart Gray. They are defending so well. Flat with a little touch. Daly. Don't give it away there, no. Plays it forward again, but there are only white shirts here because Villa have pulled so many back. Playing time added on now at the end of the first half. Villa leading by a goal to 0. Perry playing it wide for Stringada. Forward again now towards Serena. Bergami. Bremer on the far side. Well, we had a lot of rain in Birmingham through the early part of the afternoon, and the ball just skidded off the turf there, and it fooled Andy Bremer and presented Villa with this throw. Chris Price will take it. Cascarino. Price hitting it forward, but there's nobody there in a claret and blue shirt. Berti playing it short. The Hungarian referee looking at his watch again. Villa just need to hold firm now. Klinsmann with a little touch. Battistini going through. Klinsmann looking. Balls for Pizzi. Now for Bremer. Plenty of white shirts up. This could be a problem for Villa as he floats another one in towards Serena. And it's gone wide. As the half-time whistle goes, a terrific first half for Aston Villa. They competed so well with all the skills of Inter Milan, and they scored that priceless goal from Kent Nielsen with a fantastic shot from outside the penalty area. And Inter Milan know they have a big job to do in the second half. We'll get the views in just a moment of Graham Taylor with Elton Wellesby. Aston Villa 1, Inter Milan 0.
Ground control to Pathfinder 3.
Clap your eyes on this, control.
I see you finally located the Tennant's Pilsner, Brad.
Yep, switch to party program. I'm bringing that home.
Brad, there's something in there. It's after the Tennant's Pilsner.
No invite, no party.
It's closing fast.
No problem.
You can take him, Brad.
Easy.
Can you see him yet, Brad?
Nope. Sure.
Can you see him yet, Brad? Brad? Brad?
It comes every day. I just can't guarantee when. It's a temperamental ghost. You're not the Headless Baron.
No, I'm from Barclays. I think I may be able to help.
Yes, I think you might.
You see, with an unreliable ghost, it may be better to offer weekend breaks rather than hourly visits. And with a flexible loan, you could develop accommodation and even catering.
Let's discuss this in my office.
If you're running a small business or thinking of starting one, talk to Barclays.
What do you think of it then?
It's lovely.
It's got electric windows.
Do they work? Hurry.
It's all right, it's all right.
Hurry.
When you buy a used car from Network Q, you'll be saying thank you, because at Network Q, every used car gets 114 separate checks, just like a new car.
Any problems, just give us a ring.
Thank you.
Network Q, used cars like new.
GA helpline, how can we...
$800 555 for a brochure.
Darling, if we register for a prospectus for the 12 regional electricity company share offers, we could qualify for money off our bills.
Bills? What bills? To register for a prospectus, ring 0272 272 272. You could buy into what you plug into.
Gillette announces a razor that can sense the individual needs of your face.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Introducing the extraordinary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and adjust to your face. Closer, smoother, safer. For a shave that is unsurpassed. New Gillette Sensor.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Aston Villa 1, Inter Milan 0, the sort of half-time score we'd hoped for. Possibly not expected, though, Graham.
No, I mean, I think it's been a very, very good game. It doesn't surprise me, and I'm not trying to be wise after the event. I think I said earlier, don't underestimate them. No, they're doing okay, the Villa boys. I'm very, very pleased, very happy with them. Great goal here. I mean, there's the Danish boy, Lurpak as they call him in the club. Tremendous strike, isn't it? Tremendous strike. He's done very, very well.
Almost quarter of an hour gone, and
yeah.
it wasn't a flash in the pan.
No, no, I think that they dictated the pace. They've done fine. I mean, it's been pretty even, Stevens, as regards shots, but I think a lot of us expected perhaps a lot more from Inter Milan. But I think by doing that, we're underestimating the Villa performance. I think the Aston Villa boys have played extremely well, and they've been, as I said earlier, they've been of credit to themselves, a credit to this game. They're doing very, very well. I'm very pleased with them.
They did actually get the ball in net on a second occasion. Tony Daly, who was impeded by Bergamy along the way, and I couldn't quite work it out at the time.
Well,
what do you think?
It's the first time really seeing this. I'm not too certain. Oh, this isn't the thing. No, this is when he wriggles through and has a tremendous shot, isn't it? I mean, he does very, very well there. That's Tony at his very best. He wriggles through holes sometimes that aren't even there.
Yes, this is the one.
This is the one. He's come across. He's probably just caught his back leg, but I mean, the boy Bergamy really is completely lost. He's running with his back to the play, and then he goes on. And this is what I'm saying about his awareness. Look, he's placed it beyond him. He's improving all of the time. The Tony Daly of 15 months ago would probably have just whacked at that, and it probably would have gone over the Holt end. Never mind, you know, placing it there. He's done very well. He's improved. He was a bit unfortunate there because...
Seems to me, Graham, that it enables Villa to attack very quickly when they have the ball in a defensive position.
Always with that, and you see, you've got the ability of Cowans to place the ball as well into space for Daly. It's a very good combination that worked very well last season and is still working well. But all the way through, they know that if they can play the right kind of delivery, then Tony is looking for that. And of course, in Gordon Cowans, they have a player who can play that kind of ball.
Of course, the Italians have had a couple of chances themselves, most notably Serena and Klinsmann. If we could see the Serena header first. Jimmy felt, you know, he might have done better with this.
Probably didn't. I think it's a good save. You know, he's had to come across and he's gone for the... Perhaps if he'd come for this other corner, he might have actually done a little bit better. But it's still a good save and a good header.
This is Jurgen Klinsmann's miss when he evades Nielsen's challenge.
Well, it happens to us all, doesn't it? He touched it with his right foot a little bit just before. And it's a Sporting Sam situation where you hit the corner flag instead of the ball, you know.
OK, well, we'll see what happens in the second half. We're going to take a break now. After that, we'll be hearing the views of Trevor Francis. We'll be right back.
Generations of mortgage experience to help you buy a home in the 1990s and beyond.
In order to seduce you away from your usual business airline, Virgin Atlantic will send a free limo to pick you up from anywhere in the UK. Then they'll slip you a free economy class ticket. And once you're in the expert hands of the cabin crew, you'll be spoilt something rotten. Or left alone to sleep in seats that actually let you sleep. And you get your own personal Sony video thingy, so you can watch the movie you want to watch. The readers of Executive Travel magazine have just voted Virgin Airline of the Year. In the whole world. This limo's free and all. Virgin Atlantic, voted the business person's favorite airline.
If you stopped paying your mortgage, who knows where you could end up? Getting into hot water, perhaps? Doing a stretch, maybe? Even in clink. Because if you play Living in Style in the Daily Express, you could be one of the 60 winners who have their mortgages paid for a whole year. Let the Express pay your mortgage, and who knows, you could end up all at sea.
There is a company in Britain that keeps you in touch. It's the largest mobile phone network in the world. Vodafone.
Confidently, casually, precariously, hopefully, lovingly, smoothly, creamily, uniquely, deadly.
Do you sometimes feel that business banking has got just a little impersonal?
What's his name? Cuthbertson. Ah, Mr. Cuthbertson, welcome to Global Bank. I'm Dimkins, Regional Director, IC Commercial Accounts, Western Hemisphere. Wife keeping well?
She's poorly, actually. Just broke her leg.
Good, good. Now, about your expansion plans for,
Cuthbertson's and Son.
Precisely. And you sell,
Bulbs.
Bulbs. Good. Then you'll want our electrical revolving loan RS64. I've got the form.
Mostly tulips. Some daffs and gladioli.
Yes.
If only he'd brought his business to the Royal Bank of Scotland.
Morning, Tom. Morning, Jeff.
Morning.
I've had an idea about those greenhouses.
The Royal Bank of Scotland. There is a difference.
Second half. Goal down. You can see looking quickly around those substitutes. Terry, who was suffering with a back problem in the upper part of the first half, is out again, number 5. Hungarian referee about to get the second half underway. Now it's 45 minutes, which could well have you on the edge of your seats. as Villa seek now to hold on to this one-goal advantage, hopefully to add to it. Happy about something there in the proceedings, but now the game is underway again. Than the one that's coming up.
Well, basically, all they've got to do is remember how they played the last 45 and play the same way.
Well, here's Mateus with the free kick. Looked it towards Klinsmann, and Mountfield got in there. In fact, I think the ball had just gone past Klinsmann. It was a poor attempt on his part, but Mountfield was in there like a flash in any case. But it provides Inter Milan with a corner. So Villa for a moment back on their heels. Serena's in there making a break. Berti in there too, and it comes to Bremer. Trouble's not over yet by a long way. But Price gets this one only as far as Pizzi. He can't hold it, and away goes Daly. Bergami challenging him, and challenging him again, shoulder to shoulder. Throw given, quite rightly not a free kick. It's a man's game, and it was a good shoulder charge there by Bergami on Tony Daly. Here's Bergami again. Stringard. That off to him. Pearson. Gray. Pearson to Mountfield. Up towards Cascarino. Berti. Serena. Towards Cascarino. Mateus charging back there to get it. Ball then to Battistini. Off for Mateus. Stringara beaten comprehensively there by Derek Mountfield. Serena to Pizzi. Daly doing well to get back there to hold off Bremer, and then had the confidence not to pass it back to Spink, but to try and set something going himself, but that may just let them in for a moment. Klinsmann, there was his pace. Bray just got the touch away. Bergami again now for Inter Milan. Klinsmann lifting it again towards Serena. Up comes Nigel Spink. It's blocked. Past Pizzi. Stuart Gray. To Gordon Cowans. A foul on Cowans by Mateus. Villa's free kick. Stuart Gray with it. Lifted high towards Cascarino. Zenga there, catching it well above his head. Nice. Perry. Stringara trying to get a 1-2 going with Mateus. And Mateus with the throw for Inter Milan.
And that's the longest he's had on the ball, really. Birch's not allowed him to play more than one touch at a time.
Klinsmann pushed away well. Klinsmann's got a bit of life about him in this second half now.
Yep.
So another corner for Inter Milan. Called Balestini, the number 6 forward this time. Klinsmann's in there, Berti in there, Serena. A little knot of 4 on the edge of the box. Pizzi going towards the near post, floated high towards them all, and Klinsmann was right in there, and it's not away yet by a long way. The header by Berti, and then Cascarino whacking a foot at it, gets it away only as far as Birch. His header reaches Daly. No, it doesn't. Cowans and Platt with an excellent back pass there.
Well, I'm not sure whether he meant that or not, but I'm sure he did after the game. But hell of a back pass.
Was Birch. Gray, some space for him now as Villa come forward. Cross towards Cascarino, too high for him! Oh! And Platt in at that far post, unmarked, but the bounce was unfavourable and it just slid away from the Aston Villa captain.
Should have been expecting it, I think, but he went in. It was a bit of an awkward bounce for him. But I can't help thinking, Brian, that if they keep going down that left-hand side, there's a lot of room down there, and if Stuart Gray keeps putting balls across like that, they can capitalise on it.
Jump by Cowans. Here's Platt again. Beating Mateus. Finds Cascarino. Here's Birch. And now Gray. Mateus having a little tug at his shirt. Backs to Birch though. Platt. To Price. Oh, he's gone round Kramer. That's an excellent bit of play by Chris Price. And the cross comes in superbly! Just flicked away by Zenga. That's 2 very dangerous crosses that Villa have put in. And Daly after this one doesn't quite get the touch. Yes, he does. Finds it to Gray again. And it comes once more towards Platt. And then they get it away as far as Klinsmann, who runs into Nielsen and earns a free kick.
Yeah, can't argue with that one.
Some excellent work by Price and a good push away there by Zenga under a lot of pressure from Cascarino. Certainly a lively start to this second half, but Villa still leading by 1-0. 9 minutes of the second half gone. Balestini. Serena. Mateus. Pizzi. Perry. It's Pizzi again, got a good left foot on him. Just deflected off Berti, that's a goal kick.
Well, they've certainly started the half in great style, Villa. They've had a couple of really great efforts at goal there. I don't think Bremer could believe that Pricey could go past him like that. Thought, who is this bald-headed old chap coming towards him?
Well, it's lovely for the likes of Chris Price, who served their apprenticeship at places like Hereford and Blackburn Rovers, now getting a taste of the real big time here. Platt now trying to get Daly away. And Ferry defending well. Finds Bergamy. Stringara loses it to Platt. Platt beats him again. Stuart Gray, good crosser of a ball. Finds Daly this time. Out to David Platt. Villa dictating this little bit of play. Steeney gets it away. With a throw. Bray will take it. Short to David Platt. Come in. Burt, you might try one from here. Okay. Let's get a quick view from Trevor Francis now. Trevor, your view?
Yes, Villa certainly started the second half well. I feel that every time they put the ball into the penalty box, the injured defenders
I don't know whether you heard me, Trevor.
worried about Cascarino.
Your view on the way the game's progressing now?
Hello? I feel that Bergamy and Ferry are afraid of Cascarino's aerial power, and if Villa can get Platt forward to support him, they could cause Inter plenty of problems.
Here's Bergamy for Inter Milan. Thanks, Trevor. Stringara with the cross. Serena's in there, and so too was Nigel Spink. Cascarino knocking it down, but only for Berti to take it up. Stringara to Mateus. Pizzi. Serena. Comes Platt. Wins the ball, no free kick. It's a Villa throw. See, we're, what, 11 minutes into the second half. Kent Nielsen's goal, still the only one of the night. It's without doubt that go to the daunting task of Inter Milan in the San Siro Stadium. They might feel they need another one. Daly. Oh, the back pass for Cowans. They're in disarray for the moment as Platt comes in. Price comes in. Platt! Oh, against the crossbar.
Well, that was bad luck. That was the one they needed to kill the game off, really. One could be enough, but if this one had gone in, you'd have really fancied Villa at San Siro. I still do a little bit, but there you are. Terrible bad luck there, really. Well robbed by Sid Cowans. Great cross. Ball was played down by Chrissy Price brilliantly. That's bad luck on Villa's part. This is just bad luck.
I just wondered, Jim, whether an infringement was whistled for there. It certainly wasn't offside.
They might have given Cowans off, but it would be lovely to see Villa score another goal from our point of view, because I think they could then go, having summed up Inter Milan's capabilities here, with a 2-goal lead and feel pretty confident. Although one won't be too bad, their key is still not to let one in.
It'll be a free kick to Inter Milan. Smooth, John Ward, backroom staff with Joseph Benglosh. And away come Inter Milan again. Dangerous Berti to Klinsmann. Foul on him that time by Nielsen. A free kick in what might be a dangerous area there. Mateus has taken it from quite the wrong place. Thought he might get away with it, thought it was worth a try, but the Hungarian is a stickler for free kicks being taken where the foul was committed.
He does love a dive, our Jurgen, doesn't he?
Indeed. And the fans giving him a bit of whistle. Mateus with the kick. Serena's coming for this one. Oh my goodness, I thought for a moment Kent Nielsen was going to nick that into his own goal, but he's put it behind for the corner instead. So Andy Bremer with the corner now for Inter Milan. A deep, deep one towards Serena, too high for him. Price got a header onto it. Mateus turning it back in again. Klinsmann with a header way wide of the goal.
Taking a bit of stick from the crowd.
But a good goal-scoring record. He was their top scorer last season. He was, as you can see, West German Footballer of the Year in '88, but he had a good record last season with 13 goals. And he started this season with a hat-trick as well. But tonight, at the moment, is not his night. Cascarino claimed that he was bundled off the ball unfairly there. The referee from Hungary agrees. Birch tries to take the free kick a good 10 yards ahead of where the incident took place.
Actually, one has to say, while this free kick's being taken, that the referee has refereed this game very well indeed.
Quite agree. Gray. Up towards Nielsen. He slipped Klinsmann this time. Now, what sort of cross? Almost got it through to Platt. Daly with the shot into the side netting and behind. Tony Daly, 3 goals this season, and Trapattoni, the Inter Milan manager, who watched Villa play at Wimbledon last Saturday, said, I fancy that Daly will be a pain in the neck on Wednesday night. Those was exact words, and Daly has proved that to be true. Agostini to Ferri, to Bergami. Forward to Berti. Agostini. Stringara. Nothing in that shot at all. Klinsmann comes back to retrieve it. Gets there a fraction before Gordon Cowans. Berti again with a cross for Inter Milan. Mountfield firmly behind that one. Pizzi now. Mateus. Plays in Bergami. And Berti tried to get Bergami in again, but Villa nipped that one in the bud. Cascarino versus Agostini. Cascarino battles away and gets clear, is pulled back. It's a free kick, but which way? To Inter Milan. From the crowd shot there, it's a pretty tense atmosphere now as the minutes tick by. Villa holding this 1-goal lead, desperately seeking a second one, but so anxious not to concede one themselves. Klinsmann. Pizzi. Up behind this one, but it was Price, in fact, got the header in. Mateus spreading it wide again to Stringara. His cross coming in towards Serena. Nielsen with the heavy boot away. Daly here and waiting. Daly has Ferry to contend with.
It seems as though they've made a little interesting manoeuvre. It seems as though Klinsmann's dropping off a little bit more and Serena is playing more forward. So someone's going to have to pick up Klinsmann. He's got the ball now.
Mateus to Bremer. Berti to Pizzi. Serena. Good break here, Stringara. This could be a problem for Villa. Came off Gray for the corner. "18 minutes of the second half gone. Villa still leading by a goal to nil. Facing this corner. By Stringara. Came off the head of Nielsen. Bremer playing it in again, and Bergami. A better touch there, and Villa would have conceded a vital home goal.
Yeah, the corner comes across, they all go in for it. It comes out to Bremer, who shoots, and Bergami, well, it was a defender's touch. That's all you can say about it. But certainly Villa were put under pressure there and were a trifle lucky to get away with that.
Yes, Bremer didn't really catch it properly, and it's a nightmare defending those. Now Milan gets another free kick. Foul on Jürgen Klinsmann.
Jürgen's on the deck again. For a big lad, he falls over easy.
And the crowd have twigged him, I think, as well.
Referee hasn't yet.
Stringara. Mountfield. Good and solid at the back, and Villa need to stay that way. by Stuart Gray. Mateus with this throw. That's quite a good, respectable long throw, I seem to recall, from the World Cup. They played it short this time. Pizzi. Stopped by Gray again, up towards Cascarino. Battling in the air there with Bergamy. Now Daly. That's Platt's ball for Daly. Cross comes in. Can Price get there? No, but Bremer could take no chances. It went behind for the corner. So the play and the action now swings to the other end, and Aston Villa get the corner with 25 minutes left. Good break again by Daly. An excellent ball by David Platt. And Trapattoni looks as though he's got a knock on the head. No, what's that, I wonder? Just hope it's not something that's been thrown. I hope maybe he could hit his head on the dugout. Platt. Another corner for Villa.
Well, this is what we want to see. We want to see Villa up here in Inter's box. We don't want to see it the other way around like it was a couple of minutes ago. It's getting a bit hairy, wasn't it?
The ace man at corners, Gordon Cowans, Cascarino, Mountfield, Nielsen, Comin are all in there. It's another, no, it's a goal kick this time. So Giovanni Trapattoni in the wars. I noticed you had a good chat with him. What I didn't realise was you'd played with him in your short time in Milan.
Yes, we were old club mates. Trapattoni and I both played for AC Milan, the deadly rivals to Inter, of course, and also played against him for England against Italy. I think he's cracked his head on the roof, Brian.
Yeah, I think so.
It's probably the Bergamy miss that did it.
Serena. Bremer lifting a good one in towards Klinsmann. Again, Villa defending well enough to prevent him getting a good cleaner header in. That was Mountfield. Yes, we seem to think he probably hit his head on the dugout, Trapattoni, and he's now just moved outside the dugout to make sure it doesn't happen.
It's getting desperate when managers at the dugouts.
Cascarino. Here's Platt. Here's a chance. Yes. It's a great goal. David Platt, number 2 for Villa. The Villa bench are on their feet, and the familiar smiling face of David Platt makes it 2 for Aston Villa. What a great piece of finishing again. A lovely ball played in by Cowans. And there's Platt. Ice cool finishing as Zenger comes out. And a wheels away in delight. Cascarino's touch. Cowans was the killer touch. And this is the killer finish. 2-0. David Platt. Jimmy Greaves.
It was a great move. A great ball by Sid Cowans. Brilliantly controlled by Platt. And David's on his bike. And Bremer was nowhere to be seen.
Cowans gets it away.
It was a super move, that. Super move.
Inter Milan get a throw. Villa gets some breathing space. And now we have to all hope that they can just hang on to this 2-goal lead. If they do, it'll give them a great chance in the San Siro Stadium in a fortnight's time.
What's essential is that they don't sit back and hold on. I think they could come forward and maybe score another one even. I don't see any reason why Villa should fear going back into their shell. I think the more they press, the more they push Inter Milan back, the chances are that even if they don't score, the result will stay the same.
Well, here's Mateus. They have to defend here, though, and defend they do. Stuart Gray's had a terrific game. Cowans. That's all very well, Jimmy, but let's make sure they stay secure at the back.
Well, they have so far, Brian, and in doing so have been able to come forward with a great deal of ease, really. Every time they've broke, they've had spare men. Interesting pictures there. Calm down. Don't get too excited now. There's a lot at stake. And it'd be a great blow for English football and for English clubs back in Europe if
the Villa can pull this one off. First match between English and Italian clubs, of course, since the Eisel disaster in Brussels in 1985. So far it's going Villa's way. 2-0 up. 20 minutes left. It's so important that they stay really mean at the back. It's with Bergami, Inter Milan thinking about bringing on a substitute. Bergami towards Serena, this could be a problem. It was young Andy Comyn who's done really well at the back there, getting it away. Bringing on Mandolini, I think, the Inter Milan, who's a midfielder, probably in place of Pizzi. Here's Klinsmann, picking it through now, looks to get it back again. Tried a volley, was beaten by Price, and a free kick given to Aston Villa. It's Price who's the injured man. It was Klinsmann he clashed with.
Klinsmann stayed on his feet.
I noticed actually while we were looking at that picture of Chris Price, David Mountfield was talking to the Aston Villa fans and raising his arms and saying, come on, give us even more support. He was telling me this morning he remembers how the Everton fans at Goodison, when they were playing Bayern Munich in a semi-final of the Cup Winners' Cup back in '85, and they were a goal down at half-time, and they went on, Everton, to win it 3-1 with the crowd absolutely fantastic. And Mateus would have played for Bayern in that game, so he's well aware of just how intimidating an English crowd can be when they're fully behind their team, as the Villa fans now need to be. So here's Mandolini, a good journeyman midfield player, on in place of Pizzi.
I think he's saying, I'll play at the back, I'll plug up the holes.
Here's Nielsen. Daly. Birch. Can't underestimate his contribution tonight either. Daly. Really battling away, gets up, loses the ball, concedes a free kick. Villa fans not happy with that decision. Klinsmann. A little deeper. Gray gets there before Stringada. Screeno back helping out. Gray to Cowans. Now Comyn. Things silly. Straightforward back pass to Sim to Spink. Certainly when the ball next goes out, I must get a word from Graham Taylor, because it's really just what Villa needed, that second goal. But at the moment it's Mandolini, the substitute is on, finding Bergami. Mandolini. Klinsmann. Free kick to Inter Milan. Hearts 3, Bologna 1 from the UEFA Cup. Gray turning well to take it away from trouble and then whack it into the crowd, but can't score while it's there. Berti with the throw for Inter Milan. Bergami in there. Klinsmann, Serena. And again, Villa work it away well to Cowans. A flick by him to Daly. Into his path and away he goes. Price getting up there with him. Daly looking to take on Ferry. Turning away. Ferry defended well there. Price. In the meantime, Lampfield's got up there. Platt's in there. Cascarino's deep in there. It's towards Tony Cascarino now. Gets there first. Nice. Just imagine if Villa got another one. Daly. Oh, not that way. Ricardo Ferri with a quarter of an hour of the game left. Nielsen beating Klinsmann. Here's Framer. Bergamy. Battistini. Stringala. Serena outside him. Here's Serena. Battistini showed too much of that to Cowans. And Cowans gets it up to Cascarino. Berti. Back to Mandolini. Here's Mateus. Certainly so far hasn't been the Mateus of the 1990 World Cup. Klinsmann. Now Mateus. Stringara with a chip through. Klinsmann. Serena looking to get on the end of this one. They play it to Bremer. He's got a good left foot on him, as you know, and Gray could take no chances. Puts it behind for the corner, which Mateus will take. Given so much in defence, Villa tonight, they mustn't concede anything here. 2, 4, 5 Inter Milan players are up there, and the Villa get it away only as far as Klinsmann. Now Blatt. The break is on again for Aston Villa. Birch on that left-hand side. Daly is up ahead of him. Here's Tony Daly, the flying winger for Villa. Blatt's gone through the middle. Cascarino's there as well. And Daly taking them all on and in the end putting it wide. Let's get a view from Graham Taylor.
Very, very good, Brian. I hope that Inter Milan come on and attack. I hope they don't, because this Aston Villa side, and for the last 15 months or so, they're very, very good at breaking. They've developed that play. I mean, obviously, I know that they've worked at it. They're good at soaking up the pressure, even on home games. They're very good at bringing teams onto them, and then they're excellent at breaking at people. And it isn't, they know what they're doing, and they know why they're doing it. If they keep playing exactly how it's going, and if Inter Milan do come on to search for a goal, it'll not surprise me if Villa get a third one.
Thanks a lot, Graham. Really heavy shower we've just been having at Villa Park. It's Bremer now. Searches out Stringala. Well, here are Milan coming forward. Klinsmann battling away. Oh, misunderstanding there, but the whistle had gone. I think possibly a push by Klinsmann. 12 minutes left. Mandolini. Ferri. Ferri again. Mandolini. Interception, a lovely interception again by Stuart Gray. And away goes Cascarino. Oh, sold that short to Gordon Cowans, but there was a foul on Cowans. Villa the free kick. Villa the free kick, yes. The foul there by Battistini. Cascarino. Villa's ball. Just over 10 minutes of this UEFA Cup game left. And Aston Villa leading mighty Inter Milan by 2-0. Matt. Cowans couldn't quite get there. Here's Andy Comyn. He certainly hasn't let Villa down tonight. Chipping it into Cowans, persuading a Price to come in, but it just wouldn't run for Villa there. It falls to Mateus. Mateus now to Battistini. Mateus again. So delicately poised, this game. Tie overall, at any rate. Agostini to Bergami. If it stays this way, you'd really fancy Villa to finish it off in Milan. If Milan get a goal, then I think they would be just slight favourites with that away goal. Here's Klinsmann. Into the side netting, though. That won't count. Goal kick.
They're knocking the ball around, well, Inter, but there doesn't seem to be much sense of purpose or urgency, really, with them. I know that Italian teams are very patient, but they seem to lack something tonight. Not taking anything away from Villa, but there's not the urgency one would have thought, having been 2-0 down.
Gray. Daly. Oh, he's turned his man beautifully, and he's away. He's beaten Ferry. Can he finish it off now? Stopped there by Zenga. Cascarino's in there, and it's just over the top. Electrifying pace again there by Tony Daly. Well, they say Klinsmann's quick, but this man's quicker.
Well, it was a great run again, a great run. And really, you've got to turn around and say another great save by Zenga. Cascarino a little bit unlucky there. Could have been 3. Should have been 3.
Here's Klinsmann. Berti. Kramer. Here's Bergami again. Berti. Crossed it in there. Flat's getting in. It's behind for the corner.
I think you're right, Brian, the way things are going, you'd fancy Villa on this performance in Milan with Daly and co going at them like they are.
Kramer turning it in, a flick on by Serena, well positioned there by Nigel Spink.
A little bit casual, wasn't it?
Just a little flick on.
Good flick on. That's a good save by Nigel. He's a bit fed up now, he's got his hair wet.
Surely offside. Sorry, Jim.
No, saying he's got his hair wet now, it's raining, isn't it? Nigel won't like that.
Gary Lineker there in the centre of your picture. No doubt that Inter Milan could do with 1 or 2 of his goals right now. Also, a gentleman sitting just along from me, Roberto Bettiga, great Italian striker of a bygone day, talking to Italian viewers. They've got nobody out there at the moment who can put the ball in the net. Let's just see. Serena. That just couldn't quite get it. And Ferry rattled that well wide.
Actually, I just glanced at Bediger. He's got his handkerchief out, but he's wiping his nose.
Well, Giovanni Trapattoni's gone back in the box, presumably because of the rain. Probably wearing a very expensive overcoat.
It's an expensive game for him, this one, isn't it? But
Paul Birch. Aston Villa 2, Inter Milan 0. As you can see, 83 minutes gone. Bit of shirt tugging there. On Tony Daly by Ricardo Ferri, but Daly still found his man, Stuart Gray, and here's Gordon Cowans. Flat. Flat again. Tried to play it in for Daly, but Daly was on the wrong foot that time. Serena. Short to Mateus. Mandolini to Bremer. Berti turned his man well there. Got rid of Daly's, got rid of Price. Stand by for something here. Spink again. Matters quite coolly.
he's certainly been their best player tonight, Bertie. He's tried 100%. He's made some great runs. Hasn't come off for him.
No doubt that Birch has done a good job on Mateus, but to just get the feeling he looks and feels below par, Mateus. There's not the zip that we saw. I mean, for goodness sake, he was marked by some of the greatest players in the world during that month in Italy, and he used to brush them aside, but he hasn't shown that sort of form tonight.
He hasn't, Brian, and I suppose now's the ideal time to talk about it. Let's just see what's going to happen.
Here's Daly. Andolini after him with 5 minutes left. Played in shorts, Bergamy getting it away. Cowan's trying to retrieve it for Villa, but it falls only to Klinsmann. A back heel that gets Inter on the move again. Agostini, Mateus, Bremer. Klinsmann's waiting in the middle, Serena's in there too. But Derek Mountfield was there again for Villa, and his header finds David Platt. He's got Cascarino up, and on the far side he's got Tony Daly. That's the way he's looking, but plays it short instead to Cascarino. Might be a break here for Villa. It needs a good pass from Cascarino. He's brought down, no foul, and Milan move away again. Offside against Serena.
Yes, getting back to Mateus. We normally give a man of the match award, and as you know, I'm going to give a man of the match award, and I'm going to give it to Paul Birch, because I think that he has actually put Mateus in his pocket tonight. He's defended man-to-man against him, and he hasn't allowed Mateus to go forward in any way, shape or form.
Let's join Gary Newbon at the Aston Villa bench.
Well, with me is the assistant manager, John Ward. John, you must be really pleased with this.
Yeah, it's exciting at the moment. We've still got 5 minutes to play, so we've got to keep everything absolutely right. I mean, if someone offered us a 2-0 lead at 8 o'clock, we'd have taken it, wouldn't we? But as we go forward and Tony Daly's on the ball, there still might be an opportunity to get another one. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It will certainly would. But this is a really comfortable lead now, isn't it?
Well, it's comfortable in so much that it's this game. We've got to go over there, and that's going to be tough. So we've got to keep it all. We said before the game there's 2 matches to play, and we've got to make certain in both games. So if we can keep this, we've done a good job to start with, and then we've got to go over there and make sure we can finish it off if we can. Thank you. OK, thanks a lot.
So going back to it, our man of the match, Gary Newbon. Well, that's a joke, isn't it, for a start? Our man of the match is Paul Birch, because I think he has held Mateus. He might be a bit under par, Mateus, but when Villa have attacked, Birch has gone forward and attacked as well. So I think he's had a...
Cascarino to Tony Daly, out comes Zenga. Jimmy's man of the match. Tough it's not a league game, otherwise you get one of those Barclays bottle of champagne, but not tonight.
Deadly dug a look after him after the game. We give him a smile.
A little over 2 minutes left, and Giovanni Trapattoni knows that there's a problem for Inter Milan. Here tonight, but if they don't get one themselves, there could be a real difficult job for them to do in the San Siro Stadium. Play here by Villa. Price taking it from Daly, gets it down the line, but that couldn't quite keep it in play. It's up to Klinsmann. A foul by Nielsen. On my watch, about 90 seconds. Keep their discipline and concentration now, Villa. Serena's offside. So Villa get possession again. Serena not happy. Nigel Spink coming out to take the kick. There's no doubt this gives another shot in the arm to English football if Villa can just hold this 2-0 lead against one of the great sides of Europe. Players in this Inter Milan side who played in the 1990 World Cup, and none of them really were fringe players for Italy or for West Germany. They were key men. The other one's an international, Battistini, 9 out of the 11 international players. And here's Mateus, at last making one of those breaks from the midfield. There's his cross, it's deep, and it's too deep there for Battistini. It's a goal kick for Aston Villa. A few more seconds to go away. We're well inside the last minute.
Yes, just take your time now, lads.
I'm delighted to say that you will see the second leg of Inter Milan versus Aston Villa in the San Siro Stadium a fortnight tonight, live on ITV. That should be quite a night. Cascarino. Birch. The final whistle. A great night for Aston Villa. A great night for English football. And a 2-0 victory, applauded by the